Oh, it's recording now.
Okay, good. I want to welcome you all to a class that I believe will make a huge difference in the lives of you and your family. I want to teach you all how to stay young for the first 100 years. Now, I already know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, wait, just a minute. Do I really need to know how to stay young for the first 100 years? That sounds pretty far-fetched and ambitious. Well, it's really not. You need to start thinking about how you and your family are going to live a long time. Let's look at some of the facts that we have. In the year of 1900, the average lifespan was 49 years old. Now, there's no question about this because we didn't have the type of cures and the type of medicine that we provide today, and we didn't even provide the type of health care that we have. Everybody's chances of living a long, healthy life was much less back then. Today's average lifespan is 77.6 years and growing. As a matter of fact, according to the scientists from the University of Texas, that was reported on the Today Show in April 2006, that by 2050, over 800,000 Americans will be living to over 100, and many will be living to over 150. So what does this mean for us? It means your kids need to know more about how to stay young the first 100 years than they need to worry about spending their inheritance. Because you're going to probably live so long that they maybe even retire themselves before they even get to the inheritance. Of course, assuming there is some. So yes, this is a topic for you and your family need to know about. If we're going to live for 100 years, we want that life to be a quality long life. We don't want to be able to just merely exist on this planet. We want to be able to work, play, and live on this planet. We want to have a quality life. Now we can see now that we can see a whole huge group of baby boomers that are moving into the over 50 phase of life, and we can finally see in large numbers what the effects of long life can be. Long life reveals that we have some major areas of health concern after 50 if we don't do something before we are 50 to take care of them. These are areas we have never seen before because we haven't had such large numbers reaching such a ripe old age. For example, we're being continually confronted with mental diseases like Alzheimer's. This disease didn't just start, we just see it more often now because dementia doesn't come on a person until about they're 70 or older. Now that we realize that the chances are much greater that we will reach this age, we will take some precautions to make sure we can still use our minds when we get to this age. Another thing that we have seen is the importance of taking care of our skin. Old age has brought a huge growth in cosmetic surgery. More and more people are trying to correct the wrinkle problems that come with growing older. But the biggest thing that we have seen, the biggest problems that we have seen with our increased lifespan is the increase that we have in musculoskeletal problems. In other words, your mobility function, the ability to move like we used to. We have increased our odds of living past 80, and we have increased our life's activities, but we have not changed the way we take care of our spine. We are the first generation to witness the ramification that long life creates. It reveals areas of neglect. Now let's see what some of the stats show. The most common cause of functional disabilities in persons over 50 is spinal disorders. Well, that's kind of important to know. How many of you want to plan on living past 50? I know I do. How many of you think your family will live past 50? Yep, I do. Alright, let's think about the example. If your house was going to be broken into and somebody was going to steal all your possessions, but I knew who was planning on doing it, and I knew the time they were going to do it, and I told you about it, would you do something about it to stop it? Or would you just let it happen? Well, now I'm able to tell you what's going to rob you of your functional capabilities and when it's going to happen. Are you going to do something about it? Or are you going to just let it happen? Of course we won't. Let's prevent something. Let's prevent it. Just like we would prevent someone from breaking into our home if we could. But I think we all should agree to work harder to prevent our health from being stolen and our ability to function than we would our possessions being stolen. Let's think about this. If we lose our mobility at 65 and we live to 105, that's 40 years of immobility and pain. Let's take a look at some of the areas of healthcare that we've already made some adjustments and improvements for our health. Let's look at the advancements we've made in tooth decay. We used to have many more cavities and loss of teeth in years past than we do now. We take so much care of our teeth with all kinds of preventive care measures, and now our teeth last us longer and cause us less pain. More and more people are leaving with less wrinkles. That's right, less wrinkles. There has been a 465% increase in the number of cosmetics and the number of people wanting to get rid of wrinkles just since 1997. That's 12 million people who have had cosmetic adjustments last year. Just another ramification of getting older. Wrinkles. Now, I'm all for us having longer lasting teeth and less wrinkles, but I think we all can agree if we have a lack of mobility, it will make us look a lot older than crow's feet. The reason we respond to our teeth and wrinkles before our spine and joints is for the simple fact that if our spine were on our face, we'll take better care of it. We don't wait till our teeth fall out till we take care of them either. And therefore, we must not wait till our back goes out before we take care of it either. You take preventive steps to have pearly whites, and then you must take preventive steps to have good mobility, since the chances are absolutely huge that you will live for 30 to 40 years past the age of 50. So why is this more important than your teeth? Because there is no such thing as a spine transplant. You can get a new set of teeth, you can get new organs that can be replaced, but you can't go back with it with your but if you don't take care of your spine, you can't go back with like your teeth. There's no crown, there's no replacement, you just live with the pain. And don't forget, this isn't limited to back pain either. You can't grow a new neck either. 1 out of every 3 people suffer today with neck pain, and with neck pain past the age of 50. Let's see a raise of hands. How many of you would like to use your neck past age 50 without experiencing pain? Me. I think that's a pretty big club. If we've had, there is 1 out of every 3 people have had bad neck pain, and 85 out of 100 have had back pain. Now that's about as high a statistic as I think anyone would to be convinced that we need to do something preventative about this. But just in case you need a little bit more convincing, let's take a look at what happens if we don't do anything to prevent it about this. What happens if we just let nature take its course? Let's look at this mobility scale. The numbers on the bottom represent your age. The numbers on the side represent the percentage of maximum mobility that you have. In other words, if we take a look at the graph, look at the left where you see the blue line, you reach about maximum mobility at around about age 23. Now look how the blue line drops. If we just let nature take its course, you can see here that you will lose about 50% of your mobility when we had at 23 at about age 50. I'm sure any of us around the age of 50 will testify that having 50% of the mobility we had when we were 23 is probably conservative. Now let's look at how the graph continues to drop like a rock. By the time we are 60, we only have about 25% of the mobility we had when we were 23. So, what is this big question that we have to the revealing graph? Can we change this? Do we have to accept things the way they are, or can we alter the results? The good news is, with preventive care, we can make a big improvement into the line of the scale. Now take a look at the red line on this graph of what happens if we just let nature take its course. And then look at the green line of how we can change that with some preventive care. On this green line, you can see that you can actually hold your mobility to about 75% through the 80 years of age. All right, now that's what we all want now, isn't it? This is what your family wants now, isn't it? If we're going to be here, we might as well be able to move and function, so why not take the necessary steps to make this happen? Well, one answer you may be thinking is, this is the perfect thing to do if you're young. But what about those of us who have already experienced the pain? What if we're already past 50? Is it too late to start? Absolutely not. In fact, I want to congratulate you on getting in here now. It's never too late to do the right thing. We want to get you on track for a great life ahead, and here's how we're going to do it. The first thing you need to do is follow through with the entire recommendation of care that you were given. The reason why I mentioned following through is because you have already lived a long time with the mentality that you only take care of your spine and joints if you're in pain. This means it's going to be easy for you to think when you're out of pain that you no longer need any treatment. Listen, if you drop out after pain relief, you're never going to change the results of the scale we just looked at. This is one of my favorite lines. Pain is the last to show and the first to go. The only way you can change the scale is to follow through with all 3 phases of your recommended care. Let's look at some of what those 3 phases are. The first phase is pain relief stage. This may be a reminder for some of you, but let's review to make sure you understand the cause of your pain and other health-related problems. You have what's called subluxations, which is the misalignment of the vertebra, that is causing the nerve interference. It's pinching the nerve, which can impact many areas and organs of the body, causing a lot of dis-ease in ways that you might never relate to a back problem. Picture it like this. If you've ever hooked up a garden hose and turned on the water, it works perfectly unless there's a twist or a kink in the hose. If the hose has gotten twisted, it stops the flow of water that should be going through the hose. We might call that a subluxation of the hose. In other words, the misalignment of your spine is causing nerve interference or is stopping the flow of messages from the nerves to the other organs or body parts, causing back pain and a lot of physical ailments due to nerve interference. When the nerve interference is removed, the nerve flow is restored, and so is your health. We remove it through a series of adjustments. The adjustment gradually moves your spine back in alignment and away from the nerve, allowing your body to heal itself. You say, great, I get a series of adjustments that removes the interference, gets rid of the pain and the problem. So why can't I just stop after it's gone? It's important to emphasize that this is only your first phase of care, and this alone will never solve your problem or change your mobility scale. We must proceed to phase 2 of care, which is called stabilization. The reason why you must not stop with care there's a reason why you must not stop with care after your pain. Your spine has actually been misaligned for a long time, and your body has now accepted that misaligned as being correct. Your body actually thinks this is the way it's supposed to be because it's been that way for a long time. Now the body, the muscles, and spine must be retrained. The spine must remain in a proper position for a long time for the body to accept the proper alignment as the norm. This is called stabilization, and it does take time. Unless your spine and joints are retrained with adjustments and kept in the proper position for a long period of time, your body will naturally pull your spine back into the misaligned position. Why does this take work and time? Well, for example, can you go to the gym one time in one visit and get in shape? Can you lift weights one time and enjoy bigger muscles? We all wish we could go to the gym one time and come out looking like Miss Olympia. But we all know it can't be done. It takes time and work. To get your musculoskeletal system stabilized, it's going to take some time and a number of treatments, and you're going to need all of them. Did the orthodontist straighten your teeth on the first visit? Of course not. Once again, it took time and work. And even after your teeth were straight, you kept braces on for a long time, and you even wore a retainer for even longer. In the same way, we have given you a recommendation of care that will not only get you out of pain, but that you must follow so we can get you in a stabilized condition, meaning your body has accepted the healthy, proper alignment as the norm for your body. Once we have reached the stabilized condition, we will dismiss you from active care and move you into a third phase of your care that's called the maintenance or preventative stage of your care. I get most excited about this stage of your care because this is where we enable to change that mobility scale we looked at and make a difference in the quality of your life. It isn't enough for us to want to get you out of pain. We want to move you into an opportunity where you can enjoy life. This is what you want now, isn't it? The good news is this. This stage will not require a lot of time and money. It will be simple and affordable, but at the same time, the dividends you pay in health and life will make it well worth the effort. Preventive care is essential towards changing that mobility scale in your lifetime. Even as I'm talking, I can hear the thoughts running through some of your minds. I knew it. I had heard that the chiropractor will want you to come back for the rest of your life. Well, maybe you're right. But before you make any judgments, let me ask you a question. What doctor have you ever been to that says never come back again? Did you ever go to the dentist and say, don't come back until your teeth fall out? They wouldn't say that because that would be a malpractice thing. They push you to do the right thing, which is preventative care. Do you remember the first time you got your eyes checked, probably around 3rd grade, and they told you, great news, your eyes are fine. So as far as we're concerned, you need never bother again with taking care of your eyes, unless, of course, you lose your eyesight altogether. In that case, you might want to come back and see us. I think it's time for you to be honest. There isn't any doctor who has or should recommend that you ignore your health until there's a problem. No doctor could recommend that you never come back, and we certainly can't either because it wouldn't be what you want to enjoy life. Be assured, we don't want you coming in any more than you have to. As you can tell, our adjusting rooms are full as they are. The purpose of our recommendations of care is to change that mobility skill for your life. We can't help you remove the wrinkles and we can't help you keep your teeth stay right, but we can enable you to move so you can work and play and stay young for the first 100 years of your life. Now, I realize I sound pretty passionate about this subject, and I get anxious about everyone experiencing the benefits of chiropractic care. But let me give you one short reason why I feel so passionate about this. Throughout high school, I was very athletic, and then I had a knee injury. As life has gone on, I just ignored my back pain. I went from associate to manager in my former job, was on my feet all the time, just ignored my knee pain and everything like that. Well, I got to the point where I was having migraines, and then I started working here in December of 2014. I started getting adjustments, and my migraines have virtually ceased. My back pain's better, it's virtually gone, my knee pain is gone, and I can finally enjoy my life again. Now right about this time, you're thinking, now wait, before you quit, I do care about my health and the future health of my family and friends. I have family and friends that I know that have never thought about or really known the kind of information that we have been talking about this evening. What about their health? What about their mobility skill? Is there anything I can do about that? The answer is yes, absolutely. You should know that it's never too soon to start. In fact, even a newborn child has experienced great trauma to the neck and spine during childbirth. And even they should even come in to get examined. Obviously, your family and friends need to come in and be evaluated for a simple, easy, and healthy plan towards preventing a life of immobility. The good news is, with a little bit of preventative care, we can eliminate much of their pain management in their later years. So to show you how passionate we are and sincere about this, I've asked my front desk assistant, Rhonda, to help you up at the front. She's right there up the front with our appointment book schedule ready for you, for your family, or right now we're available times for your family. As I said, we want to put their health and future ahead of everything else. So to show you how sincere we are, we'll let you bring your family and friends in to have complete first day of services, which is exam, consult, and x-ray for free. And that's if you go ahead and schedule them tonight. It's only available for tonight. This allows them to get them started with preventative care and see for themselves how much it means to them without being a cost issue. So make sure you schedule with Rhonda tonight. Now, I will tell you this, if their schedule becomes a conflict and it's impossible for them to make, they can just call and reschedule because they're already on the books and it won't require any explanation other than a new time. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this class and most importantly, planning on doing everything for you and your family and friends to stay young for the first 100 years. Thank you for coming.